to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
So it's just getting help and getting by just a little bit longer, and then things will start changing. So and that's exactly what we've been waiting for a long time now. Thank you, Pickle. Well, we just actually got back on. My phone kind of threw me for a loop. So I don't know if you missed where I was telling everybody I started a new job Tuesday. So but unfortunately, with that good news, the bad news comes along with it. Thank you guys. We're still needing some help this weekend on paying our room for next week. Hey, Boston, how are you? So if anybody can help us out with anything towards the room, it would be appreciated. We are definitely on the verge of, once checks start coming in, we can stop stressing about so much stuff. Let's see. But I said it's been it honestly it did take me a couple of days to get my mind back right this week. I ain't even gonna lie about it. The amount of stuff that was said last weekend just messed with me so much that it took me 2 or 3 good days to really just get my mental focus back. And then just got the good news yesterday about the new job. So that's going to be the main focus this coming week. Let's get in there and get my footing, and always excited and nervous about starting something new, no matter what it is. So He smack after every drink. So how's everybody else doing today? And Big Bean's just up there stretched out on the bed. Okay, so here's the thing. If my brother-in-law was on here talking about me, somebody show me proof. Because until then, it's just hearsay. I already have. I already talked to him. But so many people will say stuff and they can't back it up.
Right, exactly.
So DMs are open if somebody wants to send that screenshot. If you can. But you know, I'm not going to dwell on that. See, something I've got to remember is I can't let trolls dictate my focus.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you focused on something else.
Hey, Michelle. Well, it's obviously that they're focused on us very well because I don't come on live for 5 days and they make an average of 8 posts a day. 8 posts a day about us. So it's obvious that some of them are waking up. Not all of them. It may not even be the awareness groups. It may just be their followers. But they're waking up and going to bed thinking about us.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good, Michelle. How about yourself? They are in the morning hoping that we get on live to give them something new to talk about. And then when we don't, they pull up old videos. For somebody who sat there to go through, what was it, 2013 would be 13 years ago, to dig through 13 years of posts on my Instagram just to find an old picture of me. For somebody to spend money out of their own pocket to pay a website to do a background search on me. You know, it seems like they really are worried about me.
Yeah.
How'd everything go, Michelle? You told us what you was getting operated on, and I cannot remember for the life of me. So much stuff goes on. I believe he told us. Somebody told us they was getting surgery soon. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything. Oh, I've known a few people who's had that done, and said that. I hope this. Have you taken your meds? Okay. Hope this doesn't put any discouragement in you, but everybody I've talked to said that like a week or so after the skin removal surgery is the worst time for them. But they was all glad that they did it. I know several people who's had it done, and they was all happy they had it done. They felt better, operate better. But yeah, they said usually that week and a half point um, was the worst for them. But it said after about 3 weeks of recovery, they could really start telling the difference that they didn't have that weight pulling down on them, and that's when they could really start to tell the difference when having the surgery done. I don't remember how many pounds of skin. I don't want to say her name on here, but you remember who I'm talking about? Used to do the announcing for the wrestling up there at Selmer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I don't remember.
she had 3 done
Yeah.
because they went in and removed the weight on her side, the weight on her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
She actually had 4 surgeries done because they did that. And then they did her legs. And then they did her arms and her back. And then they went in and did relocated her breast, gave them a lift and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she had 4 done over the course of a year after losing all her weight. Christina, congratulations. You have watched us for 300 minutes. That is what? 5 hours? But Michelle, I think she was she had that gastric bypass surgery, and she dropped like, what was it, 350 pounds in a year? Like she drops an extreme amount of weight in a year, between 350 pounds. So she had a lot of extra skin, and it was too dangerous to remove it all at one time. Like they said, we can't do there's too much on your legs that has to be done, so we can't do your legs and your upper body because you got to get up and be mobile and stuff. And awesome. She had it all done, and I haven't seen her in years. I don't know if she's kept it off or.
I think so. I think she is.
We had a girl up there at NSK that I used to work with. She had it done, and she went from she was like 408, and the last time I seen her, she was down to 145, and just had her last skin removal done. Because I didn't ever recognize her. She's like, "Hey Tim," and I was just like, "Oh hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "Yeah, no idea who I am, do you?" And I was just like, "The face kind of looks familiar." And she was like, horrible, her nickname. I didn't give her this nickname, guys. She's like, everybody called me Biggie Smalls. And I was like, holy crap. because she was that size, but she was like 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it's crazy. But she had just had her legs done, and that was the last she needed done. She was young too, though. She was like 26, 27 years old when she had the gastric done. That's something I've always thought about, but I was hoping I was going to be put on the shot pretty soon, but I don't think my paperwork got cleared for that. So, um, so I just don't know about the gastric bypass. Not knocking it. I know it works, but surgery scared me. Oh. See, what was that one I thought I was going to get put on? It wasn't Ozempic. It was
No.
what's the next shot? Because they didn't want to put me on Ozempic because some of my blood pressure meds.
I'm trying to remember.
They was afraid it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Christine said.
Majora.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Majorno. MONJOURNO. But I don't guess I got approved for it, so we'll continue to. We'll continue just to do it the diet, and hopefully I get back into the gym pretty soon. See, I got approved for the Ozempic, but they was afraid the Ozempic would counteract one of my blood pressure meds. So they was like, well, let's see if we can get you approved for this other shot. And I haven't been approved or denied yet, but I haven't been told any news either. So this is after calling several times. And wow. Chloe said 10-care space for Wegovy, but not rubber glasses for a 2-year-old.
Yeah. That's crazy. You would think that.
Yeah. Okay, Christine, I will. I'm going to call them next week and see what's going on with it. So, I don't pay that much for my glasses. Well, I didn't last time I got them. I had to pay over $200 for his glasses. They just go outgrow in about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Donna, everything's going pretty good, I guess. That's how they do it, though. That's how they keep you spending money. It amazes me, though, how they can tell a 2-year-old needs glasses. Because every time I've taken the exam, they do them little flip things down, and I have to tell them when I can see better out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I've never looked it up on how they do it with kids, because I was 13 before I started wearing glasses. And they flipped the one thing down. Can you see better or worse with this?
Mm-hmm.
better, and then they flip the other one, better or worse with this, worse. So it's like it's always a baby can't tell you better or worse. So it's like, how do they actually do that for little ones? Because I think even at 7, 8, 9 years old, you're still not really getting a clear answer, better or worse from them, because they're still babies. They're still learning. The shot that I'm going on is they said to help with my diabetes, but my diabetes are really good. Like I have a low H1C. What's the H1 A1C? Um, okay, with an E. I guess I could just always Google it and see what they do for it, but I never think about it till I'm talking about it with somebody. Um, but I'm also the shot I'm going on is also for weight loss too. Um, Weight loss is something I've battled with my whole life. I'll do good. I'll lose 50, 60, 70. I lost up to 80 pounds at one point, and then turn around and gain it back, and then lose weight, then turn around and gain it back. And I'm just 46, and I need to change a lot with that. Um, Going slowly into the right area with it. Um, at my heaviest, I've been 433. Right now, I'm sitting. Last time I weighed, which is a few weeks ago, um, I was at 419. So it is expensive, but I go through the health department and they was trying to get me approved through them, because if it was um, if I had to pay for it, there would be no way I could get it. Yeah, I definitely know it's a lifestyle change, and I don't eat junk. So, but now I do have moments where, yeah, man, junk food looks good, and I tie into it. And there's moments where it's like, okay, so we've got X amount of money the last X amount of days. I'm eating ramen noodles for a meal at least. They can try to get you covered for it. It doesn't always mean that they will get you covered for it. Michelle, back to your question. We were trying to get some help on the room too. Also, we just kind of talking too. Um, the room's due Monday, and we're trying to get the money together for that. So if anybody would find it in your heart to help us out a little bit, guys, it would be appreciated. Um, See, I've got a buddy who's he's on here, and he's transformed his whole body. Still a young, he's 21 years old. Um, the room is 370, and I have none of it. So I'm needing anything to get me closer to that goal is appreciated, guys. I mean, anything at all. Um, Anything that moves it forward is appreciated. Um, but he couldn't get approved for his shot. He was trying to get on one, and I think Ozempic was going to end up costing him like $400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like that's what he said. And thank you. That would definitely help. Uh, But he ended up getting on a shot called Retta, and it's something you just kind of order from I don't, what are they called, serums and peptides.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't name what they was called for a minute. Of course, he's trying to be a bodybuilder, um, and he got on that because you know, he couldn't get approved for the shot, and the Retta was a lot cheaper. And with an E weird, we'll definitely keep you in our thoughts and prayers around the first and everything, and leading up to it. Craig, that would help a lot. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's it's not FDA approved. You're right about that, Christine. And that's, but like he got it was, his chance to take, and he got it and started using it, and um, it's doing wonders for him. But it's like with me, it's like I'm too afraid to do anything like that because I take so much other meds. Um, so it's like I think he pays $100 for 6 months supply. But again, he's not on
Yeah.
4 or 5 blood pressure meds and 2 or 3 diabetes meds, and you know, so it's like if my doctor doesn't say, "Hey, I'm going to put you on this. This is what's going to work best for uh, it's going to work best with all the rest of your meds." Yeah, I'm not jumping on anything that a doctor doesn't give me. The risk reward ratio just isn't there. Bedridden sucks. I was well, I didn't even have bed rest. I was stuck in a recliner for 3 weeks after my hernia surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and it sucked. So yeah, like I said, the risk reward to the stuff offline just isn't there for me. Like it's just yeah. If I was him, if I was a healthy 21-year-old with no health issues and I wasn't taking anything else to counter react, then okay, maybe. But I'm a 46-year-old man with health issues. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. I just had I had a high hernia. It's been some years ago. Uh, and yes, he does beautiful, and they're great. Um, Thank you for that. I appreciate it. That would put us. Um, let me let me look at my numbers here. I always try to be completely transparent with everybody. So that they sent 20. We appreciate that, guys. It helps a lot. Um, So that puts us at 350 short for the room. I know it's a big number, but weight could contribute to a health problem. I 100% convinced. Yes, I can't even argue with that. Um, Now, diabetes and those run on both sides of the family. Um, yeah, I mean the room was 370. Someone sent us 20. We like 350. How is math not mathing? Anyway, hey Connie. Um, my A1C was like a 6.1. They was really happy with where my A1C was, considering when I started, I was like a 10.8. Um, when I first got diagnosed being a diabetic, I was like at a 10.8, and so it was to be a 6.1 now is, but I know my weight does contribute, because when I'd gotten down to a few years ago, I got down to like 341, and I felt better. I walked better. I, I was breathing better, and depression, man, depression, no joke, guys. Depression is no joke. It almost unalived me. Um, and that's where I gained and gotten to my heaviest points in life. Then I'd come back out of it for a little while and would lose some weight and would be doing good in the gym and eating right, and then bam, depression would jump in again, and it's just like, holy crap, you know, I'm on a roller coaster of I would eat my feelings. Some people get depressed and they drink, or they turn to rugs or something. I turn to the refrigerator, and it was just as bad. Hey, Jelly Bean, we're doing pretty good. How about yourself? We are just kind of on here talking and trying to get some help for the room this coming up week, and everything's still going good on your end with what you had done and everything. But we have really talked about everything today so far. If anybody would be willing to help us out, guys, it'd be appreciated. We're trying to come up with the money to pay our room for the next week. Start this new job Tuesday, and it would be very close to where I don't have to come on here and ask for any help. We can sustain ourselves, pay the room, buy groceries, and hell, maybe go to a buffet. you know, But we're just got to get to that point, you know. Bring you back a doggy bag, we sure will. Oh, to my knee?
I did.
Yeah, that was my knee popping. That name was Country Cowgirl. Now, I'm not calling them out about anything, but I've never met a city cowgirl. There's a few places that still do buffets. Not like they used to, though, back in the day. Where we're at now, though, I don't even know where a buffet is at. That would be something that, I don't know. And the buffet thing was a joke. The only time we ever went to any kind of buffet was with, we had a Chinese place in the town we used to live at, and it was their thing. There was a Chinese buffet. God, who's eating 12 eggs and 6 pancakes? That's a big meal, don't you think? Just real quick, do I have any mods in here? Mod check. Grecians was always good. Trying to see if I have any of my mods in here. That way I need to start paying closer attention. Okay. All right, Shelby. Snuck in on me again. I know the time of day is like y'all get busy and everything. Sometimes I don't pay attention to people coming. All right, proud girl. If I need to add another one, I will keep you in mind. Thank you for that. The other day, my live was just kicking people out left and right. They was coming back like, why'd you kick me out for? And I was like, I didn't. If I'd have kicked you out, you'd have been. I don't even know how to kick somebody out of the live. I just know how to block and mute. And that threw you off, didn't it, Connie? Oh, that must have been the picture they was talking about a while ago. Somebody congratulated me on the job that I just got washing dishes. And I was just like, what? Just let it roll on through, you know? But then I see the picture that they photoshopped of me washing dishes at a restaurant, I guess. Just pop up then. So now I know what they was talking about. Shelby, those accounts that come in like that, we are definitely blocking them also. I know a lot of times we just mute when they're spamming, but those accounts we are blocking and muting. It's not been too bad today. It really hasn't. Just a few here and there. You know. I know you're ready, ain't you, Connie? There she is. How are you sitting like that and not hurting your shoulder?
I don't know.
Hey, Judy, it's going pretty good. We do have some beautiful weather here today. It is absolutely fantastic. It's a little warmer than I would care for here. It's like low 80s, but me, I'm one of the. I love it when it's in the 60s. 105 for the past 3 days. You can keep all of that. When it gets above 70, I'm already complaining that it's too hot. But guys, if anybody can help us with anything going towards the room, we've got $20 of it. We're a long ways off. Anything at all will help. We're still needing 350. Like I said, anything at all will help. $5, $10, $1, $2, anything helps. Yeah, she can keep all that 105. 105-degree weather is just, I don't want any part of it. That is a high electric bill. But again, they know they can charge what they want to, and you're going to have to pay it because you need it. So once they realize that they can charge what they want for gas, utilities, groceries, they're going to charge whatever they want because they know that's the stuff we all have to survive, right? They know that they know that you got to have food to survive. They know that you got to have gas to get back and forth. You know, and they realize that we're going to pay whatever they want to charge for it because we have to have it to survive, and they're going to charge whatever they want. You know, I guess that is one of the upsides of living in a hotel is we don't have to deal with the high utility bills. So that's a plus, I guess. All right, Carrie, we'll be here. Hey, Mona, how are you doing? I was helping. We are 350 short, and I will tag you in my cash app. There it goes. Man, I hate to hear that. Losing a parent sucks, guys.
Oh, it does.
This. I lost my mom in 1993, and that is something I've never gotten over. Uh, I never will. We just learn how to live with it. It's just so you never get over it. All to this day, it's like I still, wish I could make that phone call and just talk to my mom. Let's see, mom would have been. She had me when she was 21 in 1979. She died in 1993. What was that, 34 years old? It's working. Somebody just helped me earlier with $20, so I definitely know it's working. And if you're just trying to send one penny, you can't send just one penny through. You got to send at least $1 through Cash App. I don't know if you meant that in the way of that it just won't let me send anything, or just it's not letting me send a penny. But it's definitely working. Thank you for the heart, me. Pickle lover, I hate to hear that. You know what you do? Oh yeah, if you're just trying to send just one penny, you can't do it through Cash App. You got to use PayPal for that. Appreciate the effort though. What's my PayPal? What is my PayPal? There it is. They are jumping. There's some places. It's already got signs up. I haven't seen them personally, but I've seen them on, like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, where they are telling them that we do not take pennies anymore, and we do not give penny change. So if you if you're trying to use, are you expecting like a penny back? You're not going to get it. It said it was costing our government 3 cents to make a penny. So it was costing them 3 pennies to make a penny. So for every penny they made, they lost 2 cents. It just kind of shows you the inflation that we're in with money wise. Everything costing more and everything. Like it's now costing more to produce some money than you know, than it's actually good for. I was going to say, did you call me a hoe? I went to say hi and it came out hoe. Well, hello. That's fine. That was a laugh needed. This just said hoe. What? You don't even know me. That's fine. I kind of figured it was a typo, but I had to have fun with it for a second. That's awesome, Connie. Hey, that's something worth talking about right there. They was using a coupon at Dollar General and it glitched. They ended up getting 3 12-packs for $7. I'd have been like, oh, I meant to get 3 more. It's crazy how much colas cost now. Like they just keep upping the price of them, and that did make it very, very easy for me to stop drinking as many of them. Like I used to be the world's worst about drinking them.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Coke products or Pepsi products for a 12-pack at Walmart's like $8 now.
Connie, since I don't know exactly what that is, I'm going to say no. I've never heard of that, so. Oh, that's cool. Never heard that one either. So I'm going to say we don't have that one either. So I kind of assume, like, if someone asks me if we have something and I haven't heard of it, I'm just going to say no. Man, that's not a bad deal. So that's what? Got 6 12-packs. So you got 3 cases of drinks for $14. That's a really good deal. Excuse me. Guys, I'm going to pause y'all, or not pause y'all. I'm going to mute y'all for a second. Be right back. Give it a mute. Okay, guys, I had to run use the restroom real quick, so. I don't know. I used to watch that show too, and it was just like Angela tried to do the couponing at one time, and it just some of it just didn't make sense to me. It's like Hey, Janae. Hey, Kimberly. How are y'all doing? It's like I got to go in there and I got to buy 5 things of something that I only need one of to save enough money to get one free one. It's like I'm not saving any money if I got to buy 4 other ones to get a free item. But some of them couponing shows, I watched one night where a woman was doing it, and the store owed her money at the end of it. And I was just like, wow, okay. We're not really in a heat wave here. Whew, 93. We're in like the low 90s, 80s, not the 90s. You're in the low 90s. We're in the low 80s. Got a snowstorm yesterday. This weather's stupid. Stupid all the way around. We've officially started spring here. I don't know if that's everywhere. I feel like that should be everywhere. I don't know if it is or not. But it's I'm just glad cold weather, like the extreme cold, like not really the cold weather. I like cold weather. I'm glad the ice and snow and all that stuff's over. Um, 45 to 60 is the ideal temperature range for me. Start getting up into the 80s and 90s, I start disliking the outside. And when it gets into the hundreds, I really dislike it. But I'm with you, Kanye. If I've got to choose one, I prefer winter. 57. 68's a good one. Ours usually is around that temperature. 68, 67, somewhere in that ballpark. Like how AI just randomly tells me stuff that we're talking about. I don't know if you guys see that or not. AI summary. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? Amy, we kind of got good news, bad news type situation today. Good news is I do start a new job Tuesday. Bad news is we are $350 away from being able to keep our hotel room. So if anybody would be able to help us with anything at all, anything, it would be appreciated. Room is 370. We have 20 of it. I know it's not a lot. But if anyone could help with anything at all, it would be appreciated. It is definitely going to keep the room paid for another week. I'll start work. Fortunately, I won't get a paycheck this week, but the week after, or this coming week, I wouldn't get one. But the week after that, I would get my first paycheck, and it's God, it's going to look so good. Yes, indeed, Amy. I give all the praise to the good Lord for this too. Okay, Jelly Bean, you be safe. Thank you, Shirley. It's going to be awfully nice not to have to ask for help. It's like not to have to lay down with the stress of, are we still going to have a place to live? Not to lay down with the stress of, is there going to be food in the refrigerator? It's something I've never done, but I'm definitely excited about it. Thank you, Carol Ann. So, and I wished I could share with everybody what it was and everything, but y'all know the reason why I can't. Um, but I'm excited, a little nervous. Well, it is starting something new in life. You get a little nervous, but the pay's good. So it's definitely going to be it's going to be a game changer. Thank you. So it's going to put it to the point to where we don't have to ask for help. We don't have to worry about things, and we can kind of live normal, which is if you don't realize how much you miss normal living until it's gone. Oh yeah, I'm definitely keeping it all to myself. Um, so like I've been very careful how I'm talking about it. But I'm excited. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, game changer. I'm not for sure if you're saying game changer with a question mark. I'm not for sure if you just don't understand that's what that means, or I'm not for sure. Hey, fun mom of TikTok. We're pretty decent, I guess. It's going to change our situation that we're in. Oh, well, that is definitely an old term. Game changer is definitely an old term. Yeah, they can be fun, mom. They have several times. Angel, you can't see me due to safety reasons. Having to put up this here just because I can't leave the chance somebody finding out where me and my wife are staying at. And I've had them pause a a certain part of the live and would zoom in on my glasses to try to figure out what I'm around. And after having to move to a completely different city because of things like that, um, that's where I'm at. To where it's just this until hopefully the big dream is one day they leave us alone and we're not news to them. Some of them are. Some of them really are. Thank you for the heart me, sweet and sassy. Thank you for that. Fun mom. Thank you for the heart me also. And see, really, that's the crazy thing. A lot of people swear up and down that they hate getting on TikTok and they hate seeing what they have called beg talk. Us on here asking for help. 100% sweet and sassy. 100%. Um, but it's like you're really not seeing a lot of the beg talk. You're seeing a lot of the awareness groups because there's so many people who want to do awareness. Um, that they see some of these awareness groups and they've got huge numbers and they do big lives and they want that, so they start doing awareness and oh, you're fine. And so they see it as that's their way of getting numbers on TikTok. So it's you see more of that, and I think people are just like, man, we've done seen this same video 20 times, but you've seen it from 20 different creators on here. Oh yeah. If you give a snake enough time, they stick their head out so you can hit it with the garden hoe. So, and I just kind of sit back and I give the snakes time to slither out from underneath the cabinet. Except for that one snake that one time it got in behind our shower. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get it out. Lord. Like we was having to because our house we had, the shower didn't go flush up against the wall, and this big old snake got behind the shower, and we couldn't get him out. And I was like, we're going to have to end up taking the whole shower out to get the snake out of the house. And buddy of mine, he was like, well, we can throw some mothballs on one side of it and see if it runs them out the other end. There are some nice people out there. There's enough, and see, that's I don't lump it all into one thing. There's a lot of bad people on TikTok. There's a lot of good people on TikTok. It's just like I say, real world, but I mean this is real world. It's just an app. Um, you find that you find a group of good people and they outweigh the bad 10 to 1. Then you find people who just try to trigger people. We could definitely use any help at all. Never heard of that one. At this point, I don't even care who's who's streaming me, who's watching, who's recording. It does not bother me. I don't care. They can do it all they want to. That's a new one on me, though. I haven't heard of that one. So that kind of proves the point that I was saying that so many awareness groups pop up. So, but like I said, I haven't seen that one. Some of them are kind of nasty, and they go about things definitely the wrong way. Um, so I agree with you on that. Lily Beth, you did. I start Tuesday. So unfortunately, Fortunately, we need some help on our hotel room. This coming up Monday. I'm trying to raise as much as I can to get us to that point. We need $350 more to be able to keep the room. I'm asking anybody if you can send anything. Um, Anything's appreciated. Anything that helps. Anything that moves us forward towards the goal of getting the room paid helps. Um, it does. But at the end of the day, we just got to keep moving forward. Um, Good Lord said, pray for your enemies like you pray for your friends. So Shoulders getting stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Really, at this point, it really doesn't do any good to block them because they just come right back and it's a different burner account. So unless they're being rude or something, I don't even care if they're sitting in here watching, streaming. It just doesn't. They get rude, start making comments and stuff where they're out of pocket. That's when they get blocked. Some of them are sitting here and I don't even know their awareness until someone else calls them out on it. Okay. It doesn't matter to me if they're streaming me or not. It really doesn't. I, I do appreciate you letting me know, but it's like, it's a situation to where if, okay, I find out what account they're streaming me on, I block it, they just come back with another one. So it's not worth wasting the time of trying to figure out who it is in the live. Eventually they give themselves away. They'll get mad about something and end up getting blocked. Say something stupid, end up getting blocked. But as far as sitting here and just spending the time on the live trying to figure out who it is, it's almost not worth it because I can find them, block them, and then 5 minutes later, if not 3 minutes later, they're going to be right back in here on another account doing the same thing. So it's whether they're streaming or not, it's just not. It's not worth the time to try to figure it out who it is. I do appreciate you coming in and saying something about it, though. Like I said, I've never heard of that streamer, so that's a new one to me on who that is. So if anybody's willing to help, guys, it would be appreciated. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to be paying for this on our own soon. Uh, everything's going to everything's going to get better. So everything gets better, then hopefully one day we can just come on here and talk and battle and have some fun that way. So Well, thank you anyway, Amy. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, so well, Amy will be praying for you that everything comes back good. Um, we'll definitely be keeping you in our thoughts and prayers. Bingo, I don't think asking for help has an age limit on it. If you have to ask for help, it doesn't matter what age you are. Just because you turn 18 doesn't mean you'll never have to ask for help again. Um, and great news with I'm starting a job Tuesday. Paychecks will start coming in. Paychecks are going to cover the room, food, and I don't know what'll be left after that, but it's going to cover life. So only I'm trying to do at this point is get through this next week, and then one more week after that, and there'll be paychecks coming in, and then things start changing. So I hope that answered your question. But if anybody can help with anything at all, it would definitely be appreciated. Thus, that is definitely the first. We're gonna try to get a few paychecks under our belts. We're going to try to find a mechanic to look at the car, give us an estimate on exactly how much it's going to cost to fix it, what exactly needs to be fixed, and get our car completely 100% fixed. And Fun Mom of TikTok, that's what we have to remember. They're watching me. I'm not watching them right now. My information is not in my bio. If you go to my bio, it's going to say Luke 18:1 and Exodus 14:14. That is my two go-to Bible verses that I read every day. Even though I have them memorized, I read them. Um, thank you for that. I try to be kind to everybody. I try to, even the. I'm not even trying to be mad at the trolls and the people streaming and stuff. Um, if um, Fun Mom, if you want to tell me which app you would like to use, I can tag you in that here. Give you the information for it. My wife does not work at this time. She's dealing with some health issues. Um, we've been waiting on some stuff for a work from home job for her, but it hasn't come in yet. So it's So that's 2 accounts that I've called at the door um, of someone spoofing and acting like fun mom of TikTok. Picture, name, and everything. I don't understand why you guys do that. I don't. Someone comes in, they're nice to somebody, and you spoof their account and come in and try to make them look like a bad person. I don't understand that. I don't understand the end game of that. Is it to hope I say something bad back to that person and they don't help me? Is that the game plan there? Because someone comes in, they're nice to us, you go rip off their profile picture, their name, you make a fake account and come back on and try to get us mad at each other? Is that the end game to that? I don't understand that one. Like, if your whole point and your whole job on TikTok is to stop me from getting help, but that's the way you're doing it by ripping off someone's profile pic and trying to get 2 people into an argument. I mean, is that really? I mean, what is that? It's childish. I will not say what kind of work I got hired on to do. The most I will say about it is the kind of work that you get weekly paychecks for. I can't give too much out. I'm sorry for that. I wished I could. I wished I could get on here and tell all my friends where I'm going and what I'm doing and how much I'm getting paid and how excited I am, but I can't share anything like that. That was the 4th account of Fun Mom of TikTok. I mean, y'all cracked me up about that $270 a day landscaping job. Nobody said that. Y'all are the ones saying that. Y'all are the only ones saying that. Nobody ever said I said it was a $270 landscaping job. I said I found a landscaping crew to work with for a day and finished out getting what I needed. I mean, you can even go back and read your own screenshots from the setup that was going on. Oh, is that you that made the joke about don't tell Angela? Talking about the job thing. Because they all blame you for the spill, the Harbor Freight deal. No, I did not message that to someone. Go back and read the own screenshots that y'all posted. Because the setup account even sent everything out, right? What I said was, I worked and got what I needed. Well, I didn't know that was your other account, and it kind of came off as a troll comment, because that is exactly something a troll would say.
How much does it?
Tay Tay, Nugget, Grandma, on a different account. I didn't, I seen the comment. I'm not even looking at who's saying it. It sounds like a troll account.
Yeah, it does.
Gone.
That is something.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can definitely understand what I'm saying there. It sounded like a troll account. I begged on the back end. Let me see. Let me go. It'll have to be after I get off the live before I can unblock anybody.
Yeah, I still do blame myself for it.
I know. Let's see. Let's read verbatim, whatever it's called. Let's read it. Account not found because they blocked me. First text they sent me was on Sunday when we still needed the full amount. It said, "How much do you need?" I told them. They got blocked. I apologize. It said 346. Sorry you was blocked in the live. Didn't see it happen. Oh, no problem. I just figured it out. I said, okay. Tuesday, 310. I haven't been on since the last time we spoke. We had a tree knock out power out during a storm. I'm guessing you got enough for the hotel, hopefully. My response, word for word. I got out yesterday with the landscaping crew and earned what I needed for the week. Now we are just struggling on everything else. Nowhere in that comment did it say I got out and worked for a landscaping crew and made $270 in a day. Nowhere. You can go back and read it because it's posted on accounts. That's fantastic news. What are your other needs, if I may ask? You don't have to tell me anything. It was freezing yesterday in Alabama. Then the rest of it went on to, that's what we needed. And I told them, food for us, food for Juju, and it would be amazing to wash clothes. How much does that cost? I said to wash clothes is about $10 at the laundromat. Getting food, I normally just make work with whatever I have. Do you only need $10? To wash clothes, yes. For everything, I could do a lot with $50. Now this is a person who's reached out to me asking if I needed the help. Okay, I'm in pickup line with pickup line kiddos are coming out. I'll move some money around when I get home. Okay, thank you. That would be so amazing. 10 minutes later, this whole conversation is posted. But nowhere in this whole conversation that y'all are calling me a liar on right now does it say I went and worked for a landscaping crew and got paid $270. But yet y'all calling me a liar on that when I say that's not said. Y'all are saying that it is said, so y'all are the one who are lying about it, right? That's how that works, right? If you're saying something is there and it's not, then you're lying about it. If I can sit here and clearly prove. And if I was such a low life, why wouldn't I just told them, yeah, I need $300? I said 10, and anything else I can work with. I could take $20, wash clothes, and go buy ramen noodles. 'Cause ramen noodles. 'Cause 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 I do not let anybody in boxes. I'm sorry about that. So far, there's been 4 fake accounts, or 5. I see Shelby muted one. So, this person come to me and offered me help, but I begged on the back end from them. Go look it up, guys. Please go look it up. Yes, they definitely get blocked. If anybody comes in here spoofing another account, they get blocked immediately. They copied your picture, your name, everything. So, but so y'all tell me how I'm lying about that again. Go read it yourselves because it's posted all over the place. But keep coming on here saying I said something when I can prove that I didn't say it, and you're telling me I'm lying about it, that it was said, then you're sitting there lying about it. Right? Ain't that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. Water pill rough, ain't hun? Y'all hang on for a second. I'm just going to step away from the screen for one moment. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute you guys. Well, I ended my live by accident, but I'm back on now. Everybody see me? It jumped back up to 92. I don't know what just happened with that. Somebody say something here before because I'm not for sure exactly what happened. It showed it ended my live, and then when I hit can resume, hey, Michelle, it was showing the 92 people count on here. So I want to make sure that everything's still good. We got just a little bit more help just then. So we were up to $30 and needing 340 to keep the room. Thank you for the help. I'm not saying any names on here. They didn't say they wanted to be said. Um, so unless someone says they want to be mentioned,
Thank you.
I, it was funny, man. She started singing the Sophia, thank you for the Medicare.
For Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Hip Family Heal.
That's bad, you know that. But thank you for that help. A lot of people don't want to be mentioned because they don't want to be attacked. Hola. Now that is as far as I know in in Spanish. So if you know speak any more to me, I'm lost. I don't want to pull a JD. Guy worked the front desk at Planet Fitness down in Dyersburg. If he seen somebody came in that looked Mexican, some Spanish speaking person, he would always go "Hola," and most of them knew him, and they would just say "Hola" back and sign in, go to work out because that's about all he could say. And this one guy comes in there one day, and he hits him with the "Hola," and the guy starts talking to him in Spanish, and it was the funniest thing because JD's sitting there looking down, his eyes done got big, and he's just like, and this guy says this, I don't know what he said, and then the guy working there goes, "See," and the dude says, "See," laughs and walks off. To this day, none of us has a clue what the guy speaking Spanish was saying. And he just, but apparently C was the right answer. He looked at me, he said, "Man, that's all I knew." And I was like, "Yeah, I told you that I was going to come back and get you one day." That and the poor guy, very good at his job. One of the requirements that they have there is you have to welcome everybody in and you have to tell everybody bye. I don't know if all planets do it, but the one in Dyersburg, they do it. Same guy. Um, Somebody came in and he would always be like, "Hey, welcome in, sir. How you doing? Welcome in, ma'am. How you doing?" And hit the "welcome in, sir. How you doing?" The person looked down and said, "Do I look like a man to you?" And he goes, "Yeah. I need to speak with the manager." We got the manager up there, and they was just like, "I identify as they, them," and he called me a sir. And then when I asked him if I looked like a man, he said, yeah. And I'm sitting there hearing everything, and I'm just like, I'm not going to knock what you want to be called. It's your choice. You do what you want to do with your life. But if you're walking in with a beard bigger than I am and you're getting mad that somebody calls you a sir, it's kind of on your own. It's the way I kind of think about it. I'd have done the same thing. I'd have called him sir. And instead of just, telling the guy that works there, hey, this is how I identify, he was like, do I look like a man to you? Why, yes, you do. So, yeah. But I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming. So, then the girl that came up there and meowed. You don't remember that? It happened to Blaine. He was going to check him in. He was like, "I check you in right here, ma'am." And she goes, meow. Wearing cat ears.
Oh,
had the cat tail coming out of her pants.
Okay, was it
I don't know names. I just remember seeing that.
Real skinny, pale.
Yep, black hair.
Miranda, I think's her name.
And
something like that.
Got up there on that treadmill, walked that treadmill.
I know what you're talking about.
And then when the person she was with got done first. She curled up behind the treadmill and laid there like a cat.
I know what you're talking about.
Because they had to come over there and tell her she couldn't lay on the floor. And she meowed at them.
Look, let me tell you what happened with that. She
went to the litter box afterwards. Our high school put a litter box in.
She got fired at Duncan's. The one in Walmart, she was working there.
Doing the same thing?
Yep.
What was the one they put the litter box into the school for?
Yep.
Because she identified as a cat, and they put a litter box in the school.
She was meowing at customers coming in there and stuff. Yes.
It's insane. I don't understand it. I don't look down on them. It's their life to live.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Priest?
But I'm just saying, like, if that can be, if you can identify as a cat, then how come I can't identify as Bill Gates and get something out of his account?
What are you doing, Mr. Priest?
Bang, bang. It's wild, guys. It's wild. I say do whatever makes you happy. There's so much crap in this world. Like, if it makes you happy, you're not hurting yourself or hurting somebody else. It's your life. It's your judgment at the end of it. That's, I don't have to agree with it. I just have to show love and compassion.
Chipmunk says she identifies as a princess.
Thank you, Kimberly. I need to put more of them up. I tried to put one up every day, but sometimes I read them and I get into it and I forget to take a picture. Sometimes she's identified as a vacuum cleaner. We drop something on the floor. She was over there earlier. I was doing my ramen noodles. I dropped a couple of the hard ones on the floor, the little loose ones. Mm-hmm. And before I could get the broom and sweep them up, she done ate them. She was over there crunching them.
Girl.
Yeah, believe it or not, though, Kimberly, some groups have made fun of the Bible verses and stuff that I put up. it's like that's you don't mock the good Lord, you don't make fun of the Bible. That's a special judgment they're going to have to take. Whether you believe or not that I get up and I read the Bible and I'm trying to be a better Christian, whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter. In the end, for me, it doesn't matter. But to sit there and mock that stuff because you are trying to make a point about me, that's insane. It's like, I don't know how that can go that far. You're mocking. Exactly. And see, this is Kimberly. That's why they don't bother me on some of the stuff they talk about in the past. Every time they're some of them are like, not all of them now. I can't box them all into. I can't put them all in one box and say this is everybody. Um, I'm trying to think of something to compare them to. They're like unboxing a Lego set where you got different Legos in different boxes. Where, okay, you can kind of say this is the awareness box, but then, okay, box A is that you got to assemble is this group, and then box B is that group, and box C is, you know what I'm saying? It's different boxes within a box. Um, so I can't say just awareness. I can say some people associated with awareness who can sit there and mock a scripture just to make a joke about they don't believe my walk with the Lord, and it doesn't matter. Um, and for them to go when they don't get their way on something, they tend to go back to something I said a year ago that they've got recorded, and it was like, oh, would the Lord approve of this? No, He wouldn't. He wouldn't. 100% wouldn't. Some of the stuff that I've done in my past, no, wouldn't. But you know what He did? He forgave me for it. And so the minute that I don't have to answer for that to Him because I have His forgiveness, I've prayed, I've asked for forgiveness for things I've said, I've asked for forgiveness for things that I've done, and the good Lord forgives me for it. There's nobody else on this world that can sit there and judge me for it. And your judgment means nothing to me. So to just continue to poke at somebody over religious belief, and you believe he's not really a Christian, I don't care, guys. Because like Kimberly just said, the Lord knows my heart. He knows what I pray for. He knows what I think. He knows what's going to happen tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He knows it all. None of us know that. I think Wednesday or Tuesday, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work. But if the Lord knows there's something else that's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. All right. I think here in a little while I'm fixing to make us something for supper. But hey, if the good Lord says, "Hey, this is going to happen tonight," instead you're fixing that supper. This is what's supposed to happen, not that. My problem is I got to stop being so hard headed and ignorant in things, and learn how to. When I say, "Lord, I'm laying this problem at your doorstep. Can you please help me get through it?" To stop sitting there going, well, he's trying to help me get through it, but I'm not seeing it this way because it's not happening the way I think it should. And if y'all can see me right now, boy, I'm pointing up a storm. I talk with my hands. Y'all know that. Y'all see my shoulders moving all the time on lives with my hands going. So to sit there and to pass judgment on me, I don't care, guys. I don't. I truly mean that. You come in here, you make your mind on me if you like me or not. That's fine. But nobody's judgment, no awareness, no friend, no ally, no enemy is going to have to stand there at the end of my days and answer for things I've done. No friend or enemy, nothing y'all do is ever going to be held on me at the end of my days. So, if you feel like you're doing nothing wrong for mocking scripture, mocking the Bible, that's fine. You got to answer for that. I don't. And not a single person on here is going to go up in front of the good Lord on Judgment Day and they go, Tim asked somebody for money and didn't pay it back. You're going to hell. So, sorry, I kind of got carried away right there. But anyway, 100% right. Jesus's judgment is the only one that matters. When you ask for forgiveness and you get it, and nothing anybody can hold against you in your past counts. No, nobody in the flesh is going to change the fact. Nobody's going to run up while I'm sitting there in front of my judgment and run up and be like, Jesus, he called these people the C word on TikTok one time. You need to send them to hell. All right, Kimberly, you have a good night. But, that's just kind of the way it is. It's like, if I get there and I've done something wrong and I haven't done it right, I didn't ask for forgiveness, and then I got to answer for that. We are 3 people short from 1,000 people viewing the live. We've gotten 10 new followers. We've made 1 penny in gifts. And 2 hours and 10 minutes. 3 diamonds is a penny now. It used to be 2 was a penny. So, after my little rant in, well, in gifts, I made a penny in 2 hours. But I'm not battling or trying to get gifts at this moment. Anybody wants to send gifts, that's fine. Gifts are always appreciated, but you don't have to send gifts to be in our lives. You don't have to do anything to be in our lives. You can just come and talk. Right now, we have came up with $30 of the goal of trying to keep our room for another week. I cannot say how desperate we are to try to keep it this week because I can say, but I can't express. That's what I should have said. how desperate it is this week because starting a new job Tuesday.
It would definitely. I'm trying to think of the word for it. We would definitely be in a really bad position.
It'd be
It would push us way back.
most horrible time for it to happen. I did. Thank you. So if anybody can help with anything going towards the hotel room, guys, we would appreciate it. So we got $30. The room's $370 a week. We're trying to get it, we're trying to make sure we have it secure for the week. That way it's there for the week. It's not waking up on Wednesday morning and don't have a room. So if anybody could help at all, anything would be appreciated. I need something to drink. I got a glass around here somewhere, don't I?
I don't see one anyway.
Where's my glass at then? Oh. Yeah, I do. My voice is getting raspy. Thank you, everybody who's sharing the live. Thank you, everybody who's double tapping. Everybody who's the conversation's going to slow down a lot, but everybody who's talking. We got tea left.
Mm-hmm.
How much tea we got left? About a half a glass. Usually, I mean, she's supposed to pour me a whole glass. Used to ask her, like, give me a half a glass, and it would be a full glass of whatever she's bringing back to me. Thank you, Toots. It's about half. Good spot. We'll have to be moseying off of here pretty soon to figure out supper. Don't know everybody speak at one time. What do you do?
Oh, it's been so sensitive lately.
So anybody out there want to talk? I thank everybody for congratulating me today on the new job. I'm definitely excited about that. Excited and nervous. far as I know, we don't have a grocery outlet. Um, I've never heard of it, so thank you, Anthony. But we are still finding out new things about the new spot that we're at. Been here almost a month, so it's we are starting to try to explore. Excuse me, explore more places, see what's around. So back in Dyersburg, we used to have a place called Country Mart. I think it changed what Cash Savers. Man, that was such a good grocery store. They closed down, and it was one of those don't know what you got till it's gone type situations. Because man, we took that place for granted. Everybody in Dyersburg did. Took Country Mart for granted, and then when they closed, it was just kind of like, oh man, where's we're screwed now. But guys, if anybody can help with anything going towards the room, I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but this is where we definitely need the biggest help at. They are. It's ridiculous to buy groceries now. For these people who get on there like, man, I buy groceries for me and my husband for $200 a month. Please teach me how. Because we're not buying anything big. We're not buying anything expensive. We're not buying steak and lobster, steak and shrimp. We ain't buying none of that. Most of my lunches are ramen noodles. You know, when I told everybody that our EBT got cut down to 164 a month, it was just like, oh, I feed my whole family on less than that.
Oh, crap.
And I'm like, how many people's in your family? Oh, it's me, my husband, and 3 children. You're feeding them for a month for less than $164? Please show me how. Put that on TikTok. That'd be the most viral video on TikTok. I'm just like, there ain't no way someone's feeding a family of 5 on $164.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't happening. Can you please show us how you're doing that, Teresa? I would love to figure that one out. Yeah, Raymond went up like 50 cents a pack now. And I'm not being sarcastic. Like if you can teach me how to eat on $200 a month, I would love it. Now we make it stretch as far as we can. We go in, we start looking for deals, we start looking for sell tags. You know, we buy the big bags of chicken. It's like the 10-pound bags, leg quarters. Cut that up, bag it, and freeze it. Just to save money. Just to um, you know. See, um, We used to, when we lived in Dyersburg, we had a little grocery store called Save-A-Lot. And they had the 5 for uh, 5 for $25 on some meats. And we used to get that a lot. And Kroger's and Walmart has started doing. Kroger's does 2 pounds of hamburger meat for $8, and Walmart started doing it for $8.88. So it's like we buy that deal a lot. I never said an amount that I made. I said I made what I needed for the week. Now, me saying that, I didn't say how much I had to start with. I didn't say how much I made. Nobody's saying I made $370 in a day. Nobody's saying I made $270 in a day. It's like I had some money. I went out and made the rest of it. I don't know. Never been to an Aldi's. Dyersburg was about to open one when we moved. We still haven't opened it. And if the new place we're at has one, I can't find it. So, I mean, I don't know how to make the other any clearer on that. I understand you're just asking, but it's just like I don't know how to. It's like you can go read the full thing, or I guess do I need to post a screenshot so people can read the full conversation? Said I made what I needed. Thank you. That's what we do with a lot of stuff. We'll find stuff that's on sale. It's like the sell or the freeze by dates, like a day or two away, and then I put the yellow tag on it. Um, we'll snatch it up, throw it in the freezer. Ziggy Stardust. Wasn't that David Bowie's thing?
What?
Ziggy Stardust.
I think so.
Am I wrong about that? That's what I was thinking. We have a little bitty freezer. Um, well, that's not nice. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't tell you 5 songs that David Bowie sings. I remember the Ziggy Stardust. Uh, don't tell me. Does he sing "The Man Who Stole the World"? I remember Kurt Cobain, Nirvana covering that Unplugged. I thought "Under Pressure" was Queen.
I thought it was who?
Queen and David Bowie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I knew he sung on that. He said "Changes," like the I'm going through changes. That song? Because I know that song from Ozzy. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Change. Turn yourself around. Change. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I know David Bowie when I hear him, but it's like I couldn't like if somebody came on this live and be like, "I'll give you $1,000 to name 5 of his songs," I'd be like, "Uh, can I use a lifeline?" Because I wouldn't be getting $1,000. Not saying anything bad. When the songs come on, I'll listen to them. I just never was. Hey, see, I forgot about Fame. I was just always into harder stuff, and White Wedding. That was David Bowie, right? Who are we talking about? Hold on a minute. That was oh my God, White Wedding's not David Bowie. Billy Idol. There we go.
Yeah, Billy Idol.
I could picture him in my head. I could picture him in my head. Growing up, I listened to Metallica, Sabbath, uh, Slayer. I was a metalhead growing up. Still am. It's just I've calmed down a lot in my older days. It's like now if somebody came up and was like, name 5 Metallica songs,
Oh God, we'd be.
and I'll give you $1,000. Hey, I'd have $1,000.
Yeah.
Lamb of God, love them. Hey, Kit. The good news is I start a new job Tuesday.
Hey, Kit.
Yeah. Wedding Singer is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
She says, hello, Sissy. Wedding Singer is a really good movie. Um, but hey, I do get some points for knowing that Ziggy Stardust was David Bowie. So it has taken a lot off our mind. We're trying today though to start getting the money up for the room for the week. Unfortunately, we're still a long ways off from that. So we're trying our best to come up with that. So we got the room. I can go to work, start making paychecks, and then in a couple of weeks, don't have to come on here and ask for anything. We just come on here and talk with our friends like we're talking now. This is really fun, just talking about music. Like I love music, guys. I walk around with the earbud in most today, anyway. Um, Music has always been bigger in my life than TV and everything else. Uh, so it's just, you know, growing up, Guns N' Roses, love Slash. Slash is the reason I picked up a guitar, started playing. Um, Metallica. I mean, you remember back in the day coming to the house, I had those big Guns N' Roses flags on the wall and everything. And back then had a hell of a setup for guitar. Um, just music has always been the one constant, you know. Bad mood, music. good mood, music. Mediocre mood, music. Need something to kill the time, music.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, oh, I'm so jealous of that. Back a few years ago, I forget which tour it was. Uh, Metallica was coming to St. Louis on my birthday, and I was like, I'm going to it. And the tickets sold out in like 20 minutes. I was at work, got the notification on my phone, the tickets went on sale. And I was like, oh crap, I can't just. I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, I can't just sit there and go through the process of buying tickets. Set my phone back down. An hour later, went to lunch, went to buy the tickets, and they were sold out. And I was just like, oh my God. Sold out for both nights.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be on November 3rd and November 4th or 5th. One of the two. And they sold out for both nights. And I've never seen Guns N' Roses, but I got to see Slash before he passes. Like, let's face it, he lived hard for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let's face it, he lived hard for a long time. He's not going to be around forever.
No.
He's got a pacemaker now. I'd like to see Slash with Miles Kennedy. And just because how bad um, Axel sounds now. It's like I wouldn't want my only live experience of Guns N' Roses to be Axl Rose sounding like Mickey Mouse.
No.
But Miles Kennedy can still lay down some vocals. You know, or Slash in his blues. I'm a metalhead through and through. That's my roots. A buddy of mine actually texted me not too long ago, Snapchatted me, and he's like, "Man, check this out." And he was going to a blues bar in Nashville, and he's showing me the place. He knows I love the blues, and he gets in there, and he Snapchats the band playing for a little while, and he just sends me. My phone's just blowing up, Snapchat after Snapchat after Snapchat. And I was like, I'll check that after a while. He just showed me the band, and Slash was at the bar and asked to sit in with the group playing some of the songs and sit there and did like an acoustic blues set with them. And he was sending me the Snapchats of all that. He's like, "Man, you'll never believe who just randomly sat in with the band." Okay, Queen, you have a good one. Hope your supper turns out good. I got to figure out ours here in a few minutes myself. And then hoping for the best, guys. Praying for a miracle. Really am. It's it was nice just to talk there for a second about music and everything, but oh, that's awesome. Will you tell her we said happy birthday? Kit's mama turned 80 today.
Oh, happy birthday, Taylor.
Imagine the things she has seen in life.
Mm-hmm.
80 years. You know what I still think of, though? It's like somewhere in my head, somebody goes, oh, well, this person just turned 80. In my head, I'm thinking, man, they was born like in 1920s. But it's like, really, no. Because how old would that be? She was born in what year? I just really don't want to do the math on that, but it's like what, 1940 something, 1946. In my head, when I hear 80 years, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
like, it's 1995 and someone says 80 years old. I'm like, man, I was born in 1905.
Mm.
Okay, Kit, eat a plate for us. Nope, that's the wrong Kit. Spoofed her. Got me on that one.
Oh my god.
I thought they was because she's talking about celebrating with her mom, and it said I'm going to the Chinese buffet, and I was just like, oh, eat a plate for us. Then I realized the picture was lighter. Yeah, they're laughing at me on that one, but you can see where I would think that because we're talking about celebrating.
They're just a bunch of garbage. It's trash.
83 in November. What's his birthday? I was born in November. 26. Okay, we're a little bit off. I was born on November 3rd. That's what I got thinking about with my daddy the other day. It's like, it's my dad and uncle, two uncles, and an aunt that's left out of how many kids I say Papa had?
Mm.
There was a Jimmy, there was a Sue. I never met either one of those. There's Aunt Laurel, Kenneth, Charles, James, Joe, Daddy. 9 or 10 of them.
10 of them.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them left, 4 of them left. Oh, that's cool. Called her from Hawaii. Well, that's cool. Definitely got to start making like those efforts when someone gets up in those ages, you know. I mean, we should all be making the efforts anyway to tell everybody happy birthday, but it's kind of tacky. You're going to make a fake account called Chuck Norris the day after Chuck Norris passes away.
Wow.
It's awesome. People just don't get together, you know, for anything anymore. Hey, Crystal. It's like it seems like the only time my family gets together is when someone passes away. And then we all do the whole thing, well, we should get together more often, and then we never do. And then somebody else pass away, and we'll. Crystal, we're doing pretty decent, I guess. We're trying to. You just joined in. I start a new job Tuesday, but I'm trying to get our room taken care of before Monday. Hey, Jackson, a box. How are you doing? Listen, my family, they don't ever fix you a cake anymore. Used to back in the day, Aunt Laurel would make everybody's cake. Favorite cake they wanted was what they got. And now it's just like nobody ever makes you a cake anymore. They hardly ever call you and tell you happy birthday on your birthday. But I'm waiting for May to roll around for my aunt because she turns 80. And I cannot wait for her to turn 80 so I can call her and rag her about being really old. It's a running joke between me and her. Nothing wrong with a good apple crisp.
Oh, that's what Mom used to make me all the time.
Yeah, her mama used to make her apple crisp back in the day, and I think she would make me a peanut butter cake.
Mm-hmm.
Your older brother would get a carrot cake.
Mm-hmm.
Then your younger brother, he just really didn't eat that much cake.
No, he really didn't.
But now you put an eclair in front of him, that's a different
Oh, yeah,
story.
that's different.
I don't like coconuts, so German chocolate is just kind of off for me. Ain't nothing wrong with peanut butter and jelly. I've never had a peanut butter and jelly cake, though. Well, again, I don't understand people who take time out of their day to comment rude stuff on someone's say. Butter pecan, I'm a pecan pie guy. Sounds like me and him have a lot in common. Kit says Chris doesn't like coconut either. What's a black forest cake? I've never heard of it. Cherry filling?
Yeah, that's big.
Chocolate cake with cherry filling. Okay. I wouldn't like that at all because I don't like cherries.
You know how you make the eclair? Well, I seen a thing on Facebook where instead of using the graham crackers, like you do an eclair, you use nutty bars and layer it with nutty bars.
Ain't nothing wrong with a boring cake. Homemade strawberry pound cake. I'm sitting here already hungry. May have to try grilled peanut butter and jelly. I seen somebody making that on here the other day.
Oh,
They
really?
put their peanut butter and jelly sandwich together like normal, uh, and fixed it like a grilled cheese.
Hmm.
Yeah, I use mayonnaise on my grilled cheese anyway. I just like how it comes out better. Hey, Carrie, welcome back. No, actually, we don't have high cholesterol. It's pretty good. Thank you for asking, though. My cholesterol was wondering if anybody was going to ask about it today. Peanut butter and fried banana sandwich. I've had a peanut butter and banana sandwich, but I've never fried it. Let me go into these settings for a second, guys. I can't see the screen. Y'all got to work with me. Yep. That's how I am. Sitting here, if we got something to eat and you're at my house and you're hungry and I've got food and you got food, a lot of these people are just trolling pretty hard right now. But it is what it is, guys. Exactly. And that's how I was raised. Like, if we're out and I'm going to stop and get something to eat and you don't have money to get something to eat, um, we go eat. You know, it's we might get a value menu or meal and split it, but we go eat. We go get a 5 for $5 or a 4 for whatever they're called nowadays. You know, exactly, exactly. If I'm out and I'm with somebody and I get hungry and I'm gonna stop, they ain't got money to eat. We go try to make what I got work for both of us, or we both go back to the house and eat. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and eat in front of somebody that's hungry. You know, I'm not gonna do that to anybody. That's just mean. Yeah, I've seen my dad do that too. Right there with you on that, Jelly Bean. We used to go fill the blessing box up. Would stop and help people. Yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. That's awesome of you, man. Guys, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer than we've got to figure out our supper. We got stuff. We just got to figure out what we're fixing. And when I said that, it made it sound like we didn't have anything. But we do. We have stuff. We just got to figure out what we're eating tonight. Again, we're trying to come up with a huge amount. It's 340. What we got left? It's 340. It's 340. What we got left on the room. If anybody can help us with anything going towards that, guys, it'd be appreciated. We have to pay for it. We have to pay for our room by Monday morning. Start a new job on Tuesday. So we're looking at a lot of things going to start changing. So if anybody can help us out with anything going towards the room, guys, it'd be appreciated. So we're still a long ways from covering it. I'm not asking anybody to just, if you can, it'd be amazing. But I'm not just saying they send us $340. I'm just telling you that's what we're short. And if you can help, we'd appreciate it. If you can help with anything, we appreciate it. So if anybody can help us out, guys, definitely we need it. We need it. We're just a couple of weeks away from getting very stable and on our feet. And we just need a little help getting it. Oh, the video you actually commented on the other night, Tater, was an older video. And I actually meant to message you and let you know that. But I got super sidetracked. And kind of forgot. But with the video you seen, we actually did deactivate for a few days after that video was made and decided to come back. So we both do those, but we have to watch the ones we get because if they have aspartame in them, Angela can't have them. You're 100% right. This app is it has this evil people on it.
What was the drink mixes?
Kit got coconut and pineapple to try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got some really good ones out. I mean, I like more like fruit punch and grape and Gatorade flavors and stuff. Where Angela does the more the coconut and the pineapples and the I don't know. She's got. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, you're probably getting a headache from that aspartame in them. That aspartame is so bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
She can't do the packages. I can do the packages. I like the Skittle packages.
Yeah, I wish I could.
But she can't do them because most of the packages, the powders, have aspartame in it. So she stays away from them. Probably is. If I drink a lot of aspartame, it hurts my stomach.
Aspartame's bad for you.
But no, she's got some
I've got Arctic Frost.
that's got the electric lights,
Yeah.
electric lights and stuff in there. And that seems to be helping her. She said, well, I know it too because I drink it too. It tastes just like the blue Gatorade.
I've got a pretty bad headache right now. But it does.
Well, we got stress. We got supper. We got to figure out.
And I've got a mango pineapple that I put in my purse.
I got to stop trying to pop my thumb. It's starting to hurt. Oh, okay. This finally kicked in my head. She's got the syrup. So you're talking about like the big bottles of syrup?
Oh.
Christine, we have been able to raise $30.
Yeah, she talked about the coffee syrup.
Yeah, it probably is. And it's just not registered in my head because she said she found it at TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
it went off in my head that she's meaning like the.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
To make refreshers and stuff.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get on the same page as everybody,
Yeah, I know what she's talking about now.
but I finally got there. Hey Heather, how are you doing? Richard, that's how I am. I don't like water from the like bottled water from the refrigerator. Don't like it. If we buy bottled water, I set it in the floor somewhere and get a bottle out and drink it at room temperature because I don't know, cold water, ice cold water gives me heartburn. It's crazy, but it does. Thank you for that. Give me 1 second. I'll give everybody an update. See, I don't like the Dasani.
I think Dasani's the one that gives you heartburn. If I remember right.
That Nigeria water.
Yeah.
That Nigeria water tears me at cold, room temperature.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
Like that either,
Burns me up. Okay, so we now have $35. So $370 minus 35. We are $335 short. Thank you for the $5.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're on to see the thank you. I'm not going to say your name. If you want your name said, you can say it in the chat. So that puts us up to $35. You really need to charge your phone.
I know, Dave.
If you see through the cracks up there, it says 24, not 74. So we appreciate the help, guys. Every dollar helps guys. So we're $335 short for the room. Still have all of tonight, all of tomorrow, and half of Monday to secure it, because I'm going to work Tuesday morning. Guys, anything helps. Anything helps. I said $5, $10, $20. If you're a secret millionaire and you want to send the full $335, that's fine too. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing. Anything helps. So anything at all helps. I did, Heather. I start Tuesday. So thank you. I'm probably going to stay on for about another 15 minutes, then get up here, figure out our supper, eat, enjoy an episode of The Big Bang Theory, and then get back on and see if we can get any help. So it's been an action-packed Saturday. You guys, I tell you, I can't wait. I cannot wait for paychecks to start coming in steady. That way I don't have to get on here and worry and stress, bug everybody, sound like a broken record just to keep our room. Paulette, we kind of shop wherever the deals are at. We've always gone back and forth between Walmart and Kroger's, and down in Dyersburg um, we would throw Save a Lot in that mix. We fortunately don't have one here. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, what's the worrying about tomorrow will steal your joy today? Well, we used to go to Save a Lot and do the 5 for $25 meat deals. And then we hit it with like the instant potatoes and mac and cheese, stuff like that for the sides, or just flat out rolled potatoes and just cut them and fry them up. And but then Kroger's in Dyersburg started doing the $8 hamburger meat packs, $5 chicken packs. You know, they were starting to do some deals that way, and we was really depending on that a lot. So, but that's about what it is here. It's not much cheaper here. Bad thing is, gas is just going to keep going up with this war going on. God bless, $7.56 a gallon. Yeah, if it's you must be out west. Oh, you're in Canada. Whew. That's something I'll have to worry about in the next couple of days is actually gas. But right now, the room is the most important. Y'all give me one moment, please. All right, everybody. 2 quarts of milk's $8. We're paying like $3 for a gallon, so I guess we're doing pretty good on that. Oh. So for $10, we can get a gallon of milk and 2 gallons of gas. So it's crazy how much everything is. You're right about that. That's why I'm grateful this new job pays pretty decent. And I'm going to get 40 hours a week, guaranteed. So it's like start making some good paychecks and stop stressing so much about everything. That's worth it. That's worth more to me than anything. You know, yeah, that's stuff with a big goal there, Kit. But just to have that security of um, not having to worry every single day about okay, we spent Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here, so it's 3 days already gone for the room. So now we got to start thinking about the next day, and then the next day, and then it's like, oh crap, well we're about out of food. It's just like a cycle. Um, but the new job is going to pay for the room. It's going to put food in the fridge. Give me a second, everybody. Terry, I can't speak on what I'll be doing or where I'll be doing it at because I can't let anybody on here get any inklings on where I'm working. just know I'll be working and I'll be making money, and we'll be paying our way and not having to stress, not having to ask for help. And pardon my little cuss word here, but damn it, that feels good to be thinking about. You know, that's oh, it's no worries. I would love to be able to just tell everybody, hey, this is what's going on. I'm so happy to get this job. This is where it's going to be, and everybody just be happy, for me. But it's like the people who would use any information against me and try to cost me a job, they're also watching and listening. So I can't. I mean, that's the whole reason behind the live being the way it's set up now is um, I don't want to show my face and where I'm at. I don't want anybody to be able to zoom in on my glasses and figure out, where we're at. I don't want anybody to recognize something in the background and Google search it, and they do it, and it's crazy. That's been very well documented that they do that. So it really is. It is. It's beyond sad. Um, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. The fact that someone feels like they have to hide their surroundings to keep people from leaving them, or to keep people from bothering them. It's crazy. You guys, just one more time, real quick, before I jump off here to go figure out our supper. I'm gonna stay on to 5:30. It's about 3 minutes away. If anybody at all can help us in any way with anything going towards this hotel room, y'all did not know how much it would mean to us. We're on the verge of things starting to change. We're on the verge of not having to come ask for help. We're going to be able to just steady paychecks in every week. Things are going to change for us. When you see us on here after that, it's going to be because we're just talking, updating, battling, doing things like that to have fun, see our friends on here, battle. And yeah, the battles are to make extra money. Um, if we wanted to get on here and battle and try to make an extra $100 a week off here battling, TikTok has it set up for you to do that. So I don't see nothing wrong with anybody doing battles to make extra money. But if anybody can help us with anything at all going towards the room, guys, it would definitely be appreciated. Um, we're just trying to survive a little bit longer. I'm trying not to lose my voice. So Y'all give me 1 second. Sending a text back to someone there. I'm the type of person that if I read a text, I have to send the text right back then. Because if I don't, I'll forget to send a text at all. But I think I did. All right, guys, I've been on here quite a bit today at this point. I'm jumping off here. We're going to figure out our supper. She's already over there working on a few things. I'm going to go over there and help her. If anybody can help us with anything towards the room, guys, please DM me. Anything helps. You know, anything that gets us closer to the goal of what we're needing helps. So, but I'm going to jump off here for now. I'll be back on a little bit later. Hope to see everybody there. Thank you for the ones who did help. Let me say that real quick. Thank you for my mods for modding the room today. And thank you for everybody who just came in and talked and said some prayers. And we just had some good conversation there off and on. We appreciate that. Sometimes good conversation can just make you forget your problems for a few minutes. And we do appreciate that, guys. So until a little bit later, y'all stay safe. Like I said, if you wanted to reach out to us, you know, please do through DMs. And we'll talk to you guys later.